Hello and welcome into tonight's broadcast. I'm Samuel Reese, thrilled to be coming to you live yet again for another CONCACAF World Cup qualifying match for the United States, coming off of a tough defeat to Canada north of the border. The U.S. have a 2-0 lead as we get ready to kick off the second half of play in frigid cold Minneapolis, Minnesota at Allianz Field. It was 2 degrees at kickoff. It's currently 4 degrees Fahrenheit. However, with the wind chill, it feels like it's negative 11. You heard me right. One of the coldest World Cup qualifiers in history. And despite that, in St. Paul, the United States so far feeling good about themselves as we get ready for the final 45 minutes. Welcome in, Nate. Yeah, Honduras have had just a wretched World Cup qualifying campaign, as many of you probably know. No wins for Honduras, 3 draws, 7 losses, and if they don't turn things around here, it's looking like an 8th loss and still no wins. This is the 11th game of World Cup qualifying for both of these sides. Of course, you play 14 total, so after tonight, it's just one more window of World Cup qualifiers in March, which includes a huge game with Mexico at Estadio Azteca for the United States, but that's in the future. Right now, the focus is closing out this game with a win. Both goals coming off of set pieces. Weston McKennie with the earliest goal of World Cup qualifying this cycle for the United States off of a header, and then Walker Zimmerman with the second goal for the USA. Honduras certainly not accustomed to this type of weather. It's about 80 degrees right now back in their homeland, about an 80-degree difference between Honduras down in Central America and up here in St. Paul, Minnesota, where it's essentially 0 degrees and it feels like about negative 15. What's going on, Gisiro? Welcome in to the broadcast. I'm happy to see you, man. Glad to see you as always. You're getting snow down in Dallas. All right. There you go. You get a little bit of a taste of what we get up here, although I'm sure it's not going to be much. We just got pummeled with 18 inches of snow. Or no, sorry, it was it was 18. Some towns near me got 32 inches, which is just insane. Boston got around 28 all in one day. So that was the first blizzard actually here in since 2018. But it could have been worse here where I live. We actually got on the low end with 18 inches. What's good, Steve? USA. That's right, man. Thanks so much for stopping by. It's snowing bad in Denver. Yeah, I'm not surprised there. I know Denver get pummeled with snow every winter as we're ready for the second half to get underway. It is a Jamaican officiating crew, by the way, so they're really bundled up, wearing, I guess you could call them ski masks, as we're off and running in the second half of play from Allianz Field, the home of Minnesota United and MLS. The U.S. with a 2-0 advantage. 7 changes made by Greg Berhalter from Sunday's loss against Canada to tonight, and that includes no Christian Pulisic, by the way. No halftime substitutions made. The U.S. in blue and red, Honduras in all white. And here's Walker Zimmerman, one of the goal scorers in this one. Honduras did make a halftime change. Kyoto coming off for Lozano. That's the lone change between the two sides at the break. The U.S. with a win would come within 1 point of Canada. However, Canada will play later tonight. Oh, and also Lopez came off for Menjivar, so that was the other substitution. So Menjivar came on as well as Lozano. The U.S. in the first half of World Cup qualifying games scored just 2 goals in their last 10 matches. They've matched that tonight, as that's a shot from distance off the mark from Albert Elise, the former Houston Dynamo player. Goal kick for the U.S. Matt Turner to take it. What's good, everybody? We got Nate says Figaro is the only good player. Yeah, and that's saying a lot when he's what, 37, 38 years old. So yeah, it is an aging Honduras team. Um, I don't know, Steve. I only saw the highlights at halftime. I was on the call for my school's basketball game, so I just got home like 20 minutes ago. That's why I wasn't able to come on for the first half. But yeah, I did see when I got home glimpses of the highlights at halftime. Yeah, the first goal by McKennie was a header, and then off of a free kick, and then the second goal was off of a free kick again, where Zimmerman just controlled the ball, turned and found the back of the net. So yeah, both goals from set pieces. What's going on, Van? Van is in the house too, as well as John. And yeah, you are right, Van. Norwich does have an American player. They have Josh Sargent, who last couple of weeks has been getting opportunity, and he scored a couple of goals against West Brom. I want to say 2 weeks ago, as this is taken near the corner by Reggie Cannon. The cross by Weah blocked. Weah was unable to play in the Canada game or even travel with the team due to vaccination requirements in Canada. Tim Weah only received one vaccine shot. You need two to cross the border into Canada. And the reason he only had one was because after he got his first shot, he tested positive for COVID. And so he had to hold off on his second shot longer than he wanted to, as this is McKennie on the ball. He'll find Luca De La Torre. De La Torre out wide with Weah. Tim Weah on his right foot delivers the cross to the near post, and it's headed clear of danger by Maldonado. It will be the first corner kick of the night for the United States. And I'll tell you what, credit to the fans who, about 20,000 of them who made the trek, well, brave the cold, I should say, there in St. Paul, Minnesota. I mean, these are record-breaking low temperatures for World Cup qualifiers. As this header is flicked on to the edge of the six, now Honduras looking to clear. With the wind chill, it feels like negative 14 degrees. Tim Weah gets it back from McKennie. Great combination. It's McKennie again. On his right foot, Weston McKennie cuts in, finds Weah, and he's denied from close range. Great link-up play between McKennie and Weah. But alert was Lopez, who made the stop for Honduras. Oh, that was a beautiful pass by McKennie. But able to make the stop was the keeper. And sorry, that was Menjivar making the stop. Menjivar, that's right. I did mention that. Came in for Lopez. That was a goalkeeper substitution. And that ball drops for McKennie. It's cleared off the line, but a foul called against the U.S. as Menjivar was impeded. And so a free kick for Honduras. 5 minutes into the second half here. Yeah, absolutely, Steve. 2 set-piece goals. You love to see it. What's good, Kathleen? Welcome in. I appreciate those kind words. Oh, you're watching the Spanish telecast. Yeah, I have it on FS1, which is the English broadcast, but I'm assuming you don't get FS1. So glad to have your company and glad to provide some English language commentary for you. 2-0 to score. The United States in not panic mode, I'd say, but after that Canada loss, a lot of questions raised, and they're answering the call up till this point. Free kick awarded to the U.S. This is Tim Weah on the right wing. He gets tripped up, and a free kick awarded. Foul there committed by Mejia. A number of players on both sides actually wearing ski masks themselves, which cover their face. In such frigid conditions like this, you can't really blame them. Although I'm not sure I'd be too comfortable playing with a ski mask on, but a couple of players at least are wearing that and opted for that attire as Kellen Acosta stands over the free kick. My dad said Acosta had a pretty good first half, so I'm going to take his word on that, although I wasn't home for the opening 45. So the referee gets everything settled inside the penalty box as McKenny is tussling a bit with Delgado. And finally, well, I guess not quite. The referee has a few more words. A lot of shoving going on in the penalty box as Acosta stands over and he goes for goal, and it's tipped over the bar by Menjivar. A scary moment there for Honduras. An ambitious yet useful effort by Acosta. He was definitely going for goal. That was not an intended cross, and he nearly chipped the keeper. It might have clipped the bar even, but Menjivar had no idea whether or not that was going in as he gets a fist on this one, but it's kept in the box by De La Torre. Out wide to Acosta, who chips it in with the left foot. The header saved by Menjivar quite comfortably. Getting on the end of that cross was Miles Robinson. Both Robinsons starting tonight. Unrelated, of course. Miles Robinson and Anthony Robinson. And Honduras just being dominated tonight as they have been most of these World Cup qualifiers. As I mentioned, yet to record a win through 10 matches. The shots tell you just that, as the U.S. have 11, Honduras just 2 shots. Christian Pulisic, perhaps controversially, left on the bench for this one. He has had 10 sub appearances for the U.S. men's national team in his career, 4 goals and 1 assist playing that role. I'd say probably about half of those appearances as a sub were due to injury restrictions, but we can expect him to definitely come in probably around the hour mark very shortly as Tim Weah tries to square it for Acosta, but it's a bit off the mark. Acosta, though, winning it back. This is Weston McKennie. Great bit of skill by the Juventus player. Now Robinson crossing. Weah couldn't quite get a clean touch. And it's left by Elvire for a Honduras throw-in. Turn back over. Weah, a nifty pass for Reggie Cannon, who plays in Portugal for Boavista. That's a poor giveaway by McKennie. 55th minute. Thanks, everyone, for your company. Sorry I wasn't able to be on for the opening half of play, but glad to be here for the second half. Yeah, Steve, Mexico, Panama tonight. Indeed, a huge game for both. Yeah, that's enormous. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Panama just 1 point back of Mexico for that third and final automatic qualifying spot. I'll tell you what, Panama I feel like every year, or rather every cycle for World Cup qualifiers, they find a way to get results and are always in the running to qualify. So, and Mexico have been in a bit of a crisis themselves. So yeah, that should be a great game. Unfortunately, it doesn't start until 10 o'clock here on the East Coast, and I have school tomorrow, so I'm not really going to be able to watch much of that, unfortunately. You're going to the FC Dallas game on the 26th. That's awesome, Nate. Yep. So that's opening weekend of the season. Yeah. I'm contemplating whether or not I should go to the Revolution CONCACAF Champions League game in actually 2 weeks from 2 weeks from yesterday. So 13 days from now, the Revs have a CONCACAF Champions League game at home, but I am not sure if I want to go because it's probably going to be like 10 degrees and I'm going to be freezing my butt off, but I don't know. I always wanted to go to a CONCACAF Champions League game. It's against a Haitian side by the name of Cavalli. I might bank on the Revs winning that round, though. And then I think if they win, they play Pumas, as they are, of course, a prominent club in Mexico. That's if Pumas wins their round of 16 match in CONCACAF Champions League. And I think the Revs' first home game in MLS is the first weekend of March. So that should be um, interesting. I hope I can maybe go to that game. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it early on in the season. You know, freezing myself to go to Revs games. I might want to wait till we get close to the summer, but it might be worth it. I don't know. Yeah, exactly, Steve. Mexico 18 points, Panama 17. Yep, it is a 1-point difference indeed. I did not see who FC Dallas signed, Nate. No, I did not. Acosta returns the pass to De La Torre. And that's turned over in the attacking third by the U.S. as Honduras looked to clear. Zimmerman got a touch. Now it's looped ahead towards Roches. Delgado slipped, and here come the U.S. Reggie Cannon trying to thread it through. Tim Weah not giving up. And now Jordan Morris comes away with it. Ricardo Pepi on the turn, and Pepi sends it wide. A great chance for the Augsburg player, who has been in a little bit of a slump as of late. Still yet to score his first goal with Augsburg in the Bundesliga since making the move from Dallas, and was, or rather came off the bench against Canada. Didn't play at all the game before that against El Salvador, which I found interesting. You hope Pepi can get his confidence back sooner rather than later. You guys signed Alan Velasco. All right. I can't say I'm too familiar with the player. Was he is he like a young player? Was he in Europe, or is he was he already in the US? I don't know much about him, if I'm being honest. As this is Jordan Morris. Morris in the attacking third, full speed ahead. Jordan Morris denied by Menjivar. Rebound chance, and Weah's denied. A couple of great saves as that ball remains in play. Menjivar's down, and Weah going to play it out, and the game stopped anyways because it's a head injury to Menjivar. He took that shot from Weah off the head, and that's got to sting, especially in these conditions. And that was from very, very close proximity. We've played just about an hour, and Honduras already made a change at goalkeeper. Lopez played the first half. Menjivar here playing in the second half. So if he's unable to continue, Honduras could be in a very sticky situation at goalie. And yeah, they only have, oh no, they do have another keeper on the roster. Number 18, Alex Giti. So they do have a third string keeper just in case. He's very, very young. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, Menjivar took that right off the face, but he appears to be okay as he pops back up to his feet. An hour played, and we can expect the first substitutions from Greg Berhalter any minute now. All right, fair enough, Steve. I hope your confidence rings true and that the U.S. can close this game out with no issue. But I appreciate you stopping by tonight. And all right, you'll still keep me on. I appreciate that, Steve. Don't feel a need to, but that's definitely kind of you. As Honduras make their third change, coming off is Lopez. Into the match comes Garcia. The U.S., meanwhile, still have their starting 11 on the pitch. Half an hour to go, a 2-0 lead for the United States. Trying to maintain that second spot in World Cup qualifying. Remember, top 3 automatically go to the World Cup, which will be this November right around the corner. And then the fourth place team will play in an intercontinental playoff. I saw that. Yeah, Paul Arriola was signed by Dallas. That is interesting. Yeah. Here's Weah crossing from the right wing. It's all the way through to Jordan Morris. Morris with his back to goal. Finds McKennie, who settles. Taps it out wide for Cannon. Now Tim Weah onto his left. Low-driven cross blocked. And Honduras trying to clear. But a great recovery run as it's won back by Cannon. Cannon's looked solid so far in the 15 minutes I've seen him. FC Dallas made some big moves, really? All right. I mean, we'll see, man. Of course, they had a rough season last year as McKennie goes back to Weah. Weah holding, looking for options, and now finds Kellen Acosta. I mean, I'm cautiously optimistic about the Revs this season. Of course, they had that historic regular season before being bounced in the conference semifinals. A game I was at, sadly. But yeah, I mean, the Revs, they lost Tajon Buchanan, of course, who is a big loss, but they did get Sebastian Lletget. They also got Omar Gonzalez, which, I mean, I guess Gonzalez can play once in a while when Andrew Farrell needs a rest, because Farrell plays like every game every year. It's crazy. But I'm not a huge fan of Omar Gonzalez, especially at this stage of his career. But Lletget, I'm optimistic about to replace Buchanan, as this is Jordan Morris working nicely in tight space. That shot from distance blocked. I know you're just joking, Nate. That's sent out of play. Yeah, all ex-Galaxy guys. Exactly, Kathleen. The Revolution had a historic season. That there's no fluke about finishing with the most points in MLS history. As Christian Pulisic will enter the match, Jordan Morris to exit. Yeah, they might. I mean, they might not finish first in the East, but as we saw last playoffs, it doesn't really matter what seed you are. So, I mean, a 4 seed won the whole thing. So, and I don't know why you're talking all that trash about the Revolution, Nate. When FC Dallas didn't even make the playoffs last year, when like every team in MLS makes the playoffs. That's pretty bold of you. So Jordan Morris off, and Pulisic, 10 seconds after coming onto the pitch, gets fouled. Who's really surprised? Tripped from behind by Quiet. 65 minutes in the books, and the U.S. with a comfortable 2-0 lead. A third goal would provide that much more of a cushion. This simply a must-win for the U.S. after Sunday's disappointment in the 2-0 loss at Canada. Well, 2 set-piece goals thus far, and another set-piece opportunity for the U.S. here. Low-driven ball. Honduras on it right away. And the service was from Acosta. It is played out for U.S. throw-in. I don't know if I'm going to mark your words on that. First, Dallas need to focus on making the playoffs. On the left wing, it's Anthony Robinson. Robinson, who plays for Fulham in the 2nd division of England. Fulham trying to get promoted back to the Premier League. This is Cannon. Cannon back to Zimmerman. It's Tim Weah. Defended tightly, and getting a touch was Elvire. Another corner, however, for the U.S. about 3/4 through the match. The faithful fans who came out in this 0-degree weather hoping for another goal. As Acosta gets ready to deliver the outswinging corner kick. Sent to the near post, header flicked onto a dangerous area, and it's slotted into the back of the net. And guess who? It's Christian Pulisic. 2 minutes after coming on, Captain America scores. It's goal number 3 for the U.S., and surely 3 points in the bag for the red, white, and blue. No start, no problem for Christian Pulisic. And that's a statement right there off the bench from the star of the U.S. Another set-piece goal for the United States. It was sent originally to the near post. Pepe flicked it on with a header. Zimmerman got a touch, and it fell perfectly for Pulisic, who made absolutely no mistake about it. One-time finish into the bottom left corner. No time to react for the keeper, Menjivar. In a celebration of relief, I guess you could say, for Pulisic, and some crazy fans celebrating shirtless. I would not recommend that to anybody. There's always those type of people, aren't there? As Honduras now have a huge mountain to climb. That's out for a U.S. throw. Christian Pulisic with his 18th career international goal. It comes in the 67th minute. Dallas just signed Zardes. Oh, wow. Here is Zimmerman at the edge of the box. McKennie. Just over 20 minutes to go. You're just playing. Yeah, I thought so. I was like, I find that hard to believe. uh McKennie with pressure from behind. He takes it away cleanly. A great steal. I fell for it again. Oh yeah, you were joking about Ariola too. I'm all over the place. This is what happens when I try to focus on calling a game and I just glance at the comments and go along with everybody. I knew you were. Well, I had a feeling you were trying to get me to fall for that multiple times, and it just didn't click in real time. My goodness. Oh, I'm an idiot. Anyways, throw in for the U.S. as we take a look at the live table. The U.S. with 21 points sitting in second place. 1 point back of Canada, as long as this result holds, that is. Canada will still play later. Mexico also playing later against Panama. Mexico on 18 points. Panama with 17. Oh, the Ariel on Israel. Okay, all right. I don't know what to believe now. I don't know if you're joking or not with anything now. I didn't even know, truthfully, that Ariel went to Dallas. I thought he was still on DC. Oh, and that pass got all the way through from Acosta. Pepe couldn't settle, and now Menjivar has it at his feet. Pepe will close him down, and now it's scooped up by Menjivar. Okay, yeah, no, I believe you on Ariola, and I actually just looked it up, and yeah, he is actually on Dallas. I just never, I never realized that he made the move to Dallas. for some reason. Here's McKenny. That cross was blocked by Reggie Cannon. A nice move by Figueroa. Maynor Figueroa switching fields as it's out on the right side now, 72nd minute. It's chipped ahead to Albert Elise. Elise lays it off. And it's claimed now by De La Torre. Decent idea. Couldn't find Pepe, but now it's settled by Pulisic. Pulisic running into traffic. Lost his balance and gave it away. Elise ran out of room on that far side. A U.S. throw in 73rd minute. 3-0 U.S. A much needed victory forthcoming. The U.S. needed to come out and look convincing, and that's exactly what they've done as Weah earns a corner kick. What's good, Gabriel? Welcome in. Glad to see you as always, Gabriel. Hope you're doing well, man. A fourth goal. Maybe on the way for the U.S. Set pieces have been their favorite tonight. All 3 goals off of set pieces. 2 from free kicks and the most recent one from a corner. And Honduras have had a tough time defending them. Acosta with the outswinger. Falls down to the penalty spot. And now it's Tim Weah trying to dribble his way through, but it's eventually stolen. One back by the USA. Pulisic finding Weah. Weah onto his right. Going down at the edge of the area. Play continues. McKenny still going. And now it'll be a foul against the United States. McKenny having a laugh with Menjivar afterwards. And down for Honduras is Maynor Figueroa. And Tim Weah a bit heated as the referee tells him to back off. Yeah, I don't know how that's a oh, it was the kick out. That's what it was. Weah kicked out at Figueroa after a foul wasn't called against Honduras. And yeah, Weah has to be careful there. I mean, yes, he kicked out, and I understand why the referee called a foul, but it looked like Figueroa overreacted a bit. 15 minutes to play in St. Paul, Minnesota. It feels like negative 15 degrees as Brendan Aronson is set to enter the match. He'll just be the second substitute to come in for the USA. What's good, Jeffrey? Welcome in. Good to see you, Jeffrey. And Jesus Ferreira will also enter the match. So a couple of changes here for Greg Berhalter. Ricardo Pepe's night comes to an end. The scoring drought unfortunately continues for the youngster. Had some half chances tonight, but no luck. So Ferreira is Pepe's replacement. Meanwhile, I'll get you caught up on who Aronson replaced in a moment. I think it might have been Weah. And it was. Yep. So Tim Weah making way for Brendan Aronson. Aronson, who plays for RB Salzburg in the Austrian Bundesliga. I must have had a lot of homework today. Oh, because I started the broadcast late. I mean, yeah, I had a decent amount of homework, but actually, I was commentating my school's basketball game for the local TV station, for the local TV channel. Um, that game was at 6:30, so I didn't get home until about 5 minutes left in the first half of this game. That's why I was only able to do the second half tonight. Wish I could have done, the whole game, but it is what it is. By the way, Tim Weah was given a yellow card right before coming off for that kick out at Figueroa. That's right, Adam. That's right. Great to see you as usual, Adam. Yeah, Christian Pulisic coming in and a few minutes later scoring for the US, doing what he does best. Yep, absolutely. You love to see it. I was a bit puzzled at not seeing Christian Pulisic in the starting lineup, but after coming off the bench and doing that, I don't think there's any doubt about whether or not Christian Pulisic will be starting in the next World Cup qualifier in March, which will be at Mexico. Here's the free kick for the U.S. Acosta with a dangerous in-swinger. Punched down by Menjivar. Now McKennie lays it back for Aronson. Tripped up was De La Torre. Play continues with 12 minutes to go. This is headed down by Zimmerman. A good first touch by Aronson. Brendan Aronson tripped up inside the area, but no penalty, says the referee. Aronson is furious. There is VAR now, remember, and this has to be looked at. What's up, Gabriel? How's it going, man? Let's see the replay. Yeah, I mean, was there a trip there from Figueroa? The U.S. might have a case, but apparently not enough there to warrant a review, although we are still waiting, and now the referee says, let's play. Yeah, I guess there just wasn't enough there. Looking at the replay, probably the right decision by the referee. Do I think Tom Brady really retired? Yeah, I think so. I do. Yeah, I don't see a scenario where he's coming back out of retirement. So yeah, I think this is it for Brady. Will I be doing the Pro Bowl on Sunday? I don't know, Jeffrey. I don't know. I might just for fun. Mac Jones made the Pro Bowl apparently, so that'll be. I mean, the Pro Bowl's kind of. I don't know. It's not really a football game. It's two-hand touch. So I might do it just because why not? It's a football game after all, but it's not my favorite to watch, but I might do it. I can't make any promises. What do I think of CONCACAF and CONMEBOL doing a tournament together? Yeah, I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that. I would like to see CONCACAF do away with the Gold Cup and have a Copa America that included CONCACAF. Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. You told your friend to join the chat. All right, no worries if he doesn't make it tonight. 81st minute, another free kick for the U.S. in a dangerous area. Costa to the back post, punched away by Menjivar, and a foul against the U.S. Miles Robinson there collided with Menjivar, and he will require medical attention. Menjivar has taken a couple of knocks since coming in at goalkeeper this half. Yeah, I don't know how that's a foul on the U.S. I mean, Menjivar went into Miles Robinson. In my opinion, that's no foul on either team. I mean, That's clean from both sides, from my perspective, but usually they do give the benefit of the doubt to the goalies, so not entirely surprised about the call. Well, thanks everyone for being a part of the broadcast. It looks like the U.S. are going to end this qualifying window off on the right note. The temperature is now 2 degrees Fahrenheit. And with the wind chill, it feels like negative 12. Looks like Craig Berhalter just took a picture with a couple of fans. That's very interesting. But yeah, I mean, these temperatures are just unbelievable. I don't think I've seen a game played in this cold weather in a long time. Even Snow Classico, which I watched, what, something like 8 years ago in that s unbelievable game against Costa Rica and Denver where the snow was falling at such a fast rate. I'm surprised that game went on, really. I mean, it must have snowed 3 or 4 inches during the course of the game. But even then, I think the temperature was still in the 20s. It wasn't that cold, as you might expect. But yeah, temperature-wise, this is the coldest soccer game I've seen, maybe ever. I don't know if I've ever watched a game where the weather was this cold. This goes back to Turner, who looks to clear. Yeah, that's a great question. I have no idea what happened to Honduras as they are called for offside. Yeah, as you say, they used to be a tough side. They still have some quality players, but my goodness, yeah, the struggle has been real for them in these World Cup qualifiers. I think they're just aging a little bit, and even so, I still expected them to do a lot better in this World Cup qualifying. Used to tropical weather in the U.S. Yeah, well, anywhere you go in the northern U.S., it's pretty darn cold in the winter months. As McKennie will have his night come to an end. He scored the opening goal on a header. He scores plenty of headers for Juventus, doing the same for the national team. Christian Roldan will come into the match. Looks like McKennie's heading straight for the locker room. Who can blame him? Get warm before full time. Yeah, Celtics are playing right now. Providence won again. Wow. Yeah, they're rolling, Jeffrey. They're rolling, man. They're 19-2. Wow. Oh yeah, I did see the Canada-Mexico game. I did see that, Gabriel. Yeah, that was a lot of snow. Although in the Mexico-Canada game, it wasn't snowing during the game, if I remember correctly. But yeah, there was a ton of snow on the side of the field. It snowed earlier that day, I remember. Yeah, I watched that game. That was insane. Um, yes, yeah, that was. I think it was like 8 degrees that game. So this is still a bit colder than that, but yes, that was quite something. Scotland, it snows a lot. Yeah. In Scotland Highlands, usually -10. I assume -10 Celsius, Adam. Yeah. So that converts to that converts to 14 degrees Fahrenheit. So right now, in where this game is being played, it's 2 degrees Fahrenheit, which let me convert that to Celsius for you. That's -17 Celsius. So yeah, it's these are extreme conditions as Roldan had his first opportunity go over the bar. 86 minute of play now. Yeah, I'm excited to see what Providence College can do in March Madness. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's the NHL All-Star break, Adam. You are right about that. So a a break in the action. I might go on for some of the skills challenge on Friday night and then the All-Star game on Saturday. I might. I'm not sure yet. What's good, Mike? Welcome in. Really, in Southern Colorado, it's 19 degrees. That makes sense. I thought it said Southern California at first. I was about to go crazy. Yeah, so that makes sense. It's feels like 9 with 6 inches of snow last night. Yeah. Yeah, back on Saturday, Kathleen, we got 18 inches of snow all in one day, which was wild. But a town like 20 minutes away from me got 32 inches. So we were on the low side actually in the area. Boston got like 24, so about 2 feet of snow. But yeah, I mean, I don't like the winter, but it is what it is. I know, Mike. That's where this game's being played, man, in St. Paul, Minnesota. As this is crossed towards the back post, it comes to Roldan. Roldan has his effort saved off the line. Second chance save. Pulisic scores. But wait a minute. The flag has been raised, and the goal will not stand. This will be looked at by VAR. So wait a second. Yeah, exactly, Mike. You're right there. Yep, this game is in St. Paul, Minnesota at Allianz Field. So yeah, exactly. It's 1 degree, and it feels like negative 18. Yep. Yeah, 2 days ago when I went to school, it was 1 degree in the morning, but it did warm up to like 15 in the by the afternoon. But still, the last couple of days though, it's been a bit nicer. It reached 30 today, which for the last couple of weeks, that feels really good. So the call stands. Pulisic was indeed offside. Yeah, that's right, Jeffrey. Yep, the Winter Olympics are underway. So tonight, yeah, I know the Winter Olympics start tonight. So yeah, I don't think many people know it's going on, but there's not a lot of hype around it. I feel like just with the Super Bowl being in the middle of it, and we're just months removed from the Summer Olympics. It does feel like it's not many people are excited for it, but I might call a couple of hockey games in the Olympics as this is slotted in for Pulisic, who had his shot partially blocked. It's cleared in behind for another United States corner kick. We're a minute away now from second half stoppage time. But how about the impact that Pulisic's made since coming off the bench? You're watching curling earlier, Adam. All right. Yeah, I might watch, some snowboarding and skiing, not much, but I'm mainly going to be watching hockey. I like following hockey in the Olympics, although I'm disappointed that the NHL players aren't playing in this year's Olympics. This will be a foul going out. Honduras can catch their breath. 3-0 US, well on their way to a big 3 points. That better not happen, Gabriel. Yeah, Portugal have to beat Turkey, and then Italy would most likely be after that, as long as Italy can take care of their semifinal matchup. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Yeah, I'm hoping I can maybe do some of those European World Cup qualifying playoff games, as no added time will be had. Let's get on out of here, says the referee. It's cold enough, and the United States defeat Honduras by a final score of 3-0. The U.S. fans will be celebrating deep into the night in St. Paul, Minnesota, in one of the coldest games in World Cup qualifying history. The U.S. get the job done comfortably, and it is a huge 3 points for the red, white, and blue. They now go to 21 points, one back of Canada. However, Canada will be in action later tonight against El Salvador, but we know for certain that the U.S. will be in second place, retaining that second spot heading into the next window of qualifying, which happens to be the last window of qualifying. 11 games in the books and just 3 to go before CONCACAF World Cup qualifying will come to an end. That next window will be in March, and there'll be all to play for, and I'm sure much more drama to come, as is typical in CONCACAF. All right, I'll see you, Nate. I'll see you, Kathleen. Have a wonderful rest of your night, everybody. Adam, don't jinx them yet, but yes, a big win for the U.S. as they celebrate with the fans who stayed to the very end through the freezing cold conditions. A night to remember in St. Paul, Minnesota. There was a lot of talk about why the U.S. decided to have the game there in such frigid conditions. People were saying it wasn't really necessary, but hey, they get the job done. Some shirtless fans celebrating. I don't know how they don't have frostbite by now. But either way, have a wonderful rest of your night, everybody. School got canceled for you guys. You kidding me? Oh, man. I guess, yeah, for Dallas, you guys aren't used to snow down there. But, oh, man. You guys are lucky. Here in Massachusetts, they only cancel school if we get at least 8 inches of snow. Even that, they might still make us go. It might just be a delay. But yeah, obviously you guys aren't equipped don't have the gear, and I'm sure don't have many snow plows in the area to deal with even a little bit of snow. So I guess that's understandable, as the United States win it 3-0, goals from Weston McKennie, Walker Zimmerman, and then in the second half, Christian Pulisic off the bench. Well, I'm glad you guys tuned in tonight. I was hoping to do the whole game, but had something going on earlier. I was glad I was able to come on for the second half. And after a tough loss against Canada on Sunday, boy, was this win needed. And to do it in dominant fashion, in convincing fashion, huge for the U.S. as well. Before I sign off, I'll let you guys listen to Christian Pulisic's thoughts.
That was really big for us today, especially with the conditions. So, yeah, it's a really important 3 points.
How was it for you coming from the bench and getting a brace?
A brace? The second one didn't count, did it?
No, well, that last one didn't count.
Okay, yeah, I mean, it's my job to come in and make a difference, and I'm glad I could get the goal. So.
And finally, Christian, how was it playing in the cold?
It's freezing out here. I'm looking forward to getting into the locker room, to be honest.
I'll leave you on your way. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, Christian Pulisic.
Well, he certainly sounds like a guy who's ready for a hot shower.
Putting it honestly, he sounds like a guy ready to warm up and take a hot shower. I think all those players are, quite frankly. Thank you so much, Gabriel. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed it. 3-0 U.S. win. That's the end of this World Cup qualifying window. The U.S. with 2 wins and a loss in those 3 games. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Have a wonderful night, everybody. As Craig Berhalter can breathe deeply as his team get a big win. He was, of course, under a lot of criticism in the last couple of, after Sunday, of course. And just this whole World Cup qualifying, he's had plenty of criticism come his way. He's made 7 changes. We didn't quite know what U.S. team would show up, but it was a much needed, convincing performance. So that was big. It is very cold out there, Adam. I'm surprised the players are still out there celebrating with the fans. I'm surprised fans are still out there. I mean, they must be absolutely freezing cold. Oh, wait, actually, here's Greg Berhalter. I'll let you guys listen into an interview with him. Stick around.
To calm things down. I mean, for us, we want to stay in first or second in this window, so it's important to get the win. But I first have to just say about these fans, unbelievable. It was hard to stand out here. I can imagine them sitting, but the support in Minnesota is something I've never seen. Really, really happy for the team. and we're in a good position now going to the last round.
Talk about the team performance. Is this the best you've seen your team at qualifiers?
We always try to do that, right? We try to say what games are the best and rank them and stuff. It's a process, and we want to put in good performances all the time. I can barely talk with my leg, but I think it was a good performance, but that's it.
And about Christian,
yeah,
the plan went accordingly to what you thought. How was it coming him from the bench and making an impact?
When you can bring a player like that in, and he has the quality, his finish, you see the quality in his finish. I mean, that's the whole benefit of having a guy like that you can bring it off the bench. He's normally not a solution player. He's a guy that starts in the beginning. But now, in this time, he can help the team in that way, and that's what he did tonight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, there's Greg Berhalter. He's going to be running to the locker room, I'm sure, to get warm. You could hear him. He could barely talk. His lips are just frozen, as I'm sure everyone's are. I mean, that was wild to play in those kind of conditions. Not something you see every day. Putting a World Cup qualifier in February in Minnesota, very interesting decision, but I guess you could say it paid off for the U.S. as they get the victory. All right, before I sign off, let's look at some comments here. Adam, you are crazy. You say you'd be shirtless if you were there. I don't know if you would, Adam. If you, but hey, maybe you would. Maybe you would. Maybe you are that crazy. Canada, USA, Mexico, and Panama will be fourth. All right. I agree. You think in that order. Yeah, that's fair. That's how the standings look right now. So I could see that being the case as well. All right, Nate, I'll see you, man. I'll have a good night, man. I'll see you next time as the fans finally file for the exits. That will do it for my broadcast. See you next time, everybody. I might be back this weekend for NHL All-Star and NFL Pro Bowl action. I'm not entirely sure yet. I might do some Olympic hockey. So, yeah, we'll see. I'll have things planned out more as we reach the weekend. But make sure you subscribe, have those notifications on, so whenever I go live, you know it. All right, see you next time, everybody. The U.S. beat